Hey everyone, this is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions. I am back. I'm bringing you guys another stamped card. Excuse me, I will apologize in advance. Allergies here in Arizona are going crazy, and so mine are following suit. So today's technique, I'm using a lot of layered textures and colors to bring you guys this really fun, cool, fast, easy card that gives you a bit of a punch. So let's get started. I'm going to be needing a couple of things. Stamp sets. We're going to be using timeless textures. My original one, I used fleur-de-lis, the longer spots, the little speckledy spots, and this like checkered pattern here. On today's, we're going to be using the smaller, closer together spots, the wood grain, the fleur-de-lis, and the little speckledy spots. We're also going to be using the stamp set So Very Much. This is a Sale-A-Bration stamp set, i.e. it ends tomorrow, guys. But I am going to use it because it's really cool and it's a wonderful stamp set. Otherwise, you could always substitute in something like the Happy Birthday, Stylized Birthday stamp set would also work. Oops. Our Cupcakes and Carousels Designer Series paper stack. Now, what's in here? These gorgeous papers. Aren't they so pretty? Okay, so I have picked one out for us already today. It looks like this. The back looks like this. Your piece of paper is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Again, 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Why did I do that? So that we are going to have a small, thin, tiny little early espresso border around the edges, as you guys can see in this one. We're going to get started stamping before we go through anything else, okay? What colors are we using today? We're going to start out with Bermuda Bay. Bermuda Bay, I'm going to be using this, the closer together spots, the little shorter one that has a little bit of spots. Now everything I'm doing today, I'm going to be stamping off before I stamp on. So stamp off once, and now stamp a couple of times. Stamp off once. And again, I am just turning this all sorts of ways. There is no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing it. Okay, done with the Bermuda Bay. You know what, before we finish the Bermuda Bay, this is our inside piece. This is very vanilla. It measures 4 inches tall by 5 1/4 inches wide. We're going to stamp around the edge of this as well at the same time, so we don't have to pull out ink colors again. And I am just going around the edges. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I also want to decorate the inside of my... Okay, so now we're done with our Bermuda Bay. Go ahead and close that up and set that aside. Then we're going to pull in... I'm going to do the Early Espresso next. Let's grab your Early Espresso. I'm grabbing the wood grain, and yes, I'm being a little bit... You know what? We're not going to do the wood grain. We're going to do the fleur-de-lis and Early Espresso. And again, stamp off before you guys start stamping on your page here. And then just rotate it multiple times. You really don't need the center of your paper. You are going to cover that up. But because I can never tell exactly where it's going to land, I like to just randomly go all over. The varying color textures, that's okay. So this is how mine looks. There's really no way to screw this up. But I'm going to do the same thing as I did before and just randomly go around the edges of my inside piece. Okay, Early Espresso is done. Go ahead and close up your Early Espresso. Set that off to the side. I am now going to grab in my Calypso Coral. And Calypso Coral, I am going to be using the wood grain. But just like with everything else, stamp off once, then stamp it a couple of times. Set that off to the side. Now this looks, this one here, almost forgot to do this. Now we're going to do the inside. All right, so there's that. So go ahead and close up your Calypso Coral. Set that off to the side. Last but not least, we're going to bring in Peekaboo Peach. Now, I didn't use So Saffron in here because you can't really see it show up. So, grab your Peekaboo Peach. We're going to be doing quite a few things with Peekaboo Peach. So, grab your little speckledy spots that just fell off my little block here. Now, with Peekaboo Peach, I'm actually not going to stamp off because I have so many other colors going on through here. I want to keep it a little bit. We're also going to do the same thing here. Now, with your Peekaboo Peach still out, slide these two pieces off to the side. Very vanilla cardstock. It measures 2 3/4 of an inch tall by 3 3/4 of an inch wide. And I am grabbing the giant thank you. That giant, huge thank you. We're going to do this one up in Peekaboo Peach. Let's go ahead and get it all nice and inked up. It's a very large stamp, so. Now, I will tell you, this just fits. Barely fits, okay? And I am doing it so that the top of the stamp, if you guys can see the top of the edge stamp here, is basically even or perpendicular, parallel to the top edge of my paper. And you want to make sure you kind of got everything covered. It just fits, guys. And straight down. Bring it up. See? Beautiful. It's got a little bit of a cockeyed appearance to it, but that just kind of adds to it. Now, I also got the So Very Much stamp out of the same stamp set. I'm going to do the same thing. Ink it up in Peekaboo Peach. Hope and pray that I'm even. Not too bad, actually. Not perfect, but not too bad. So I won't be redoing that. So there we go. And we're going to set this off to the side for just a few seconds. We're going to set that off to the side for just a second. Grabbing a piece of Calypso Coral. This is 3 inches tall by 4 inches wide. We are going to attach our thank you sentiment centered in the center of this. Centered in the center. There we go. And there we go. Just so that it makes that pop really, really well. Now, we got to add a little bit more to this than just the cardstock. So I went ahead and I grabbed 6 inches of our Dapper Denim Rooked Ribbon. You don't need quite 6 inches. It made it easy for me to measure. But I used the Dapper Denim instead of like the Calypso Coral, or it's not Calypso Coral, instead of the Peekaboo Peach because it stood out. It gave an extra little dimension of color there that I thought was really nice. I'm going to attach this with a mini glue dot. And we're just going to aim for the center here. And I use mini glue dots. You guys can use fast fuse, whatever you wish. However you like to attach. I'm personally going for fast and easy. That's my motto. Wrap it around. There you like. We're going to flip over our thank you. I add 4 dimensionals to the back of the thank you. Get my ink pad out of the way there. Peel off the back. There we go. And then I center this. Okay, I hope I center this. Let's put it that way. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. All right, so then on the back of this one, I add 5 dimensionals. And the reason why I add 5 is because I don't like a saggy middle. I don't like a saggy middle. I'm a little weird like that. Now remember, there's only going to be never told you guys this. This piece of early espresso paper cardstock is 4 inches tall by 5 1/4 inches wide. To leave a 1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch border all the way around. So it's very, very small, but you can still see it and it does make a difference. So we have that ready to go. This is Peekaboo Peach. This is 8 1/2 inches long by 5 1/2 inches wide, scored down the middle at 4 1/4. I'm going to fold it in half, grab myself a bone folder, and give it a nice light burnish there. going to grab just a little bit of snail, put it on the back of our early espresso piece here, and then center that. So that early espresso gives it a nice pop, a nice little added dimension of color, along with the Calypso coral there, brings out the Calypso coral that's actually in the paper. Now, last but not least, let's add our inside piece here. Alrighty. And we have attached our inside piece. There we go. So there is our really fun thank you card. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this, please go ahead and like it. If you'd like to see more of this type of video, please go ahead and subscribe. And join me next time to figure out what we're going to do with all those really cool, fun scraps that come from these. Thanks a lot. This is Mel from Cardstock Concoctions saying see you next time. Bye.